Morning, everybody. Hello. So the science of dreaming and how does our dreams affect our and how does trauma affect our dreams? So understanding how trauma influences our dreams is a question I'm asked all the time. A lot of my clients will say, oh my goodness, I've dreamt X and I've dreamed Y and this has happened and that's happened. What do all of these mean? And well, actually, we don't know is the answer. But what we are able to do is we do know that our experiences will definitely affect our dream state. But trying to navigate the aftermath of trauma, dreams can really become quite a battlefield. And in this session today, I want to help you explore the intricacies of the impact of trauma on dreaming, and that sometimes the significance of dreams, they may or may not be significant. We need to create balance when we talk about dream interpretation and trauma. But basically what happens in the brain during sleep. So we have a sleep state called REM, or rapid eye movement. And we have rapid eye movement and non-REM sleep. And each of these are and have distinct activities and functions. So when we enter REM sleep or rapid eye movement, it actually increases our brain activity and it will increase vivid dreaming. It typically begins about 90 minutes after we fall asleep, and it can reoccur several times throughout the night. So it can be cyclical. So what does the brain do while we are sleeping? Well, the prefrontal cortex, which is right behind our forehead, is generally responsible for our executive decision making. It's in charge of our social behaviors. And what happens is it actually shows a decrease in activity during REM sleep. So the prefrontal cortex goes offline and REM takes place. It allows our prefrontal cortex a bit of a rest. But this reduction may explain often why we have illogical or bizarre states of dreaming. And simultaneously, there are other regions of the brain like our emotional and memory processing, which is our amygdala. That's our cortisol. It's the cocktail mixing system of the brain. And our hippocampus, which is sat at the back of the brain, it's our internal storage unit, are highly affected while we dream. Incidentally, they are the three trauma centers of the brain: the prefrontal cortex, the amygdala, and the hippocampus. So this heightened activity supports the theory that one function of REM sleep is to help us process emotional experiences and to consolidate our memories. So generally, we really do need to dream. But what's the impact of trauma on our dream state, particularly our REM sleep? So a traumatic experience can lead to massive changes in the brain. We know, scientifically proven to reduce and shrink your brain, which is why you go into a state of you can't function, you become overwhelmed, you burnt out, etc. And it includes heightened levels in the amygdala, which is the brain's alarm system. And then it alters the hippocampus. So we aren't able to retrieve memories. We aren't able to formulate them. We aren't able to work through stuff. So basically we fall apart. What also happens is we can become stuck. So we either become hyper aroused, which is really high, or hypo, which means we become quite low. And some of our dreams can become really intense, really vivid, and constantly changing. So trauma definitely affects our sleep. And incidentally, what happens is our sleep then becomes really poor. We don't get enough rest, and it's just a real downward spiral because of these traumatic events. Now, how do we manage that, and how do we manage your sleep? So in the trauma recovery method, we are very aware of this. We know that with most people, sleep is a major factor. But what it is your unprocessed trauma, your unprocessed memories. So the brain's job at night is to work through this, but through trauma, it doesn't have the foggiest how to do it. So it keeps you dreaming, it disrupts your sleep, etc., etc. All the stuff you guys know that's happening to you now, I would imagine. What do we do about it? So first of all, we teach you, and through our weekly group sessions, you learn to process your trauma. We have a very specific system that we use to do this. We teach you huge amounts of exercises that you can implement. They're very bespoke. And then during your one-to-one sessions with myself or one of my coaches, who are all amazing, we help you to keep on track. We keep you accountable. We help you process. We make sense of stuff, and we set your goals. This is a system that works. We know it. We've proven it time and time again. So if dreaming and sleep is a major issue to you, and you've had past trauma, or you're living with PTSD, or you are in a state of depression, we understand that totally. We work in this field all the time. Now, if you want to know any more about the trauma recovery method, or how we work, or the program in general, please message me, private message me if you want. Myself or one of my team will pick this up, and we'll set up an appointment for you. Have an amazing time. Bye.